back on the scene, crispy and clean, always funky style. On location, not on set today. We on 123rd and Broadway. A little gloomy, not the best sunlight, but we still gonna rock out. Today's topic, basically, I want to talk about dirty old crackheads. I mean, all right, let me rephrase it. I want to speak about dependency issues and the elderly or sickly community. So that's going to be today's topic. Basically, let me give you two definitions and then a couple scenarios. All right, first definition, when I say elderly, I don't mean 40, I don't mean 50. I know we live in a youth-driven society, but when I say elderly, I truly mean 89. You elder, you can't walk, you can need a walker, you got hospital, you in a hospital, you got home, that's what I mean by elderly. Sickly, I mean a terminal illness, not the flu, or an illness that's not easily manageable, something that is not advanced medication, something you can't cure that easy. That's what I mean by sickly and elderly, which usually go hand in hand. And I guess I'll give you the scenarios. As far as dependency, I feel as though most people, this America, let's be real, most people at a young age have dependency issues. They're just functioning addicts. So with that being said, oftentimes they grow into old addicts. So what happens now when you turn 90 and you still got a dependency? So that's a scenario one. And then scenario two, what I mean by this is, or if you're sickly and you've always been an addict, or you always had some kind of dependency, now you get a terminal illness, so now you get something that's not easily manageable. But you've been an addict since 15. A functioning addict. So now what happens? That's scenario one still. Scenario two would be you get diagnosed with an illness, or you turn elderly, say you hit your 90th birthday party, and all of a sudden you want to turn up. In your head, you feel like you may only have 5 more years to go because you're 90, or you just got diagnosed with something. So now you want to turn up. So now you want to start doing drugs or things you never did. Now, when I say drugs, I don't mean marijuana. When I say drug, I mean hard drugs, shooting up, crack, whatever you consider hard. I guess that's also a gray area. That's another topic. So, but yeah, say scenario two, say you get a diagnosis, or say you hit your 90th birthday party. Now it's time for you. You feel like you want to turn up, you want to hit the big bang before you go. So those are two scenarios. To me, the first one being the most common, people already having dependency issues and then they growing into an elderly state or a sickly state. So that's today's topic. It's a gray area because I want to post this opinion as if you're the third party. What if you have a family member or a friend, somebody close to you that admits now they turn 90 and they want to tell you, the grandson, the friend, the whatever, uncle, nephew, that they got dependency problems? Or what if they turn sickly? Now they want to tell you they got dependency problems. Do you tell them, Grandma, put down the pipe? You know what I mean? Let's not do that. Or do you tell them, look, you got this far, you doing something right? Or say they don't want to take the medications or whatever. Say they got sickly, they don't want to take the medications that's been given to them. They feel like this is the end of the rope for them, or they feel like they're old and this is the end of the rope. They're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna do self-medication. They're gonna do drugs that make them feel good until they pass. So do you tell them stop, or do you let them rock? So that's today's gray area. What do you feel? Go out with a bang, or do you feel like dependency is still bad even in those circumstances? Some of the reasons you may feel it's still bad are because, for one, this is just me, no statistics, no stats, and I feel like what happens when you pass, I'm assuming they're going to do an autopsy, you get a death certificate. Do you want them finding drugs in grandma's body? like, do you know what I'm saying? Do you want them, that may ruin the reputation that they had? Like, what? Sister, whatever, Maybelline was doing some hard drugs before she went. So I don't know if you want grandma having that reputation. I don't know if you want a close friend having that reputation if they find anything in the body. So that's number one. I guess that also depends on the level of dependency, if you've been doing it for a long enough time. And number two, what about money? Don't you want to pass down something to your grandkids or whoever, a friend, whoever's in your life? You typically pass when you want to pass down something when you pass. So even if you're on your deathbed and you're looking at your will, or even if you're getting older and you're looking at your will, you want to have stuff to give down and pass down, some kind of heirloom. I would think a habit, that's got to be money. You know what I mean? I guess, again, that's flexible depending on the level of dependency, but still, you taking money out of maybe your future grandkids' pocket, you know, a couple hundred a week. I don't know what your habit may be. It may be $2 a month, but it also may be 5,000 a month. So I look at that as when you do finally pass, you probably could have passed down way more money. You could have bonds or whatever, you know what I mean? You just could have money, some kind of insurance, and just been investing it that way instead of investing it into a habit so you could pass it down. So what do you believe? So that's the gray area. Now I like to give you my opinion. Me personally, even if you were 100, put down the pipe. Let's be real here. I feel like, all right, my opinion, I don't knock nobody's opinion, but I'm a spiritual dude. I believe in Zen. I feel like, you know, I want to align my chakras. I feel like wherever you go into the next realm, to the next life, or whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing next, your spirit carries these voids that you held in this life. So I feel like even if you're 100, 200, whatever it is, still learn to stop your dependency, because you're going to carry that into the next wherever you go. So that's how I feel. So that's my reason for believing people should stop their dependency issues, even in elderly or a sickly state.